The Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court reinstated the murder conviction of former NFL star Aaron Hernandez after the ruling was initially thrown out following his suicide. A state legal principle rooted in Old English law said a conviction should not be final until a defendant's appeal can be heard. Hernandez was convicted of murder in 2015 and killed himself 2 years later in prison after being acquitted of most charges in a separate double homicide case. Later that year, a judge threw out the conviction because Hernandez's death meant the appeal would not be heard, returning a verdict to a pretrial status. Bristol County District Attorney Thomas Quinn II called the state's doctrine unfair to the victims, telling reporters after the Hernandez case was tossed out in November, quote, "He goes through a full trial, a jury who speaks for the public convicts him, and because he dies, in this case commits suicide, the whole thing is wiped out like it never happened. It's not fair or just and should be changed." The state's highest court not only reinstated Hernandez's conviction, but scrapped the legal principle they called outdated. This sets a new precedent in Massachusetts, which says that if a defendant dies while the appeal is pending, the court records will say the conviction was neither affirmed nor reversed. Cases like Hernandez's, where someone convicted of a crime dies before the appeal process is completed, are handled differently from state to state. Others follow Massachusetts' now old principle and drop the conviction, some let it stand, and others still let the appeal process continue.